Mr. Bucklew worked for over 25 years in senior level positions with the private sector trucking industry and supply chain management, and served for over 30 years as an Army officer. He has authored numerous articles on freight-related topics and is adjunct professor of transportation and logistics and supply chain management.
It's really more about supply chain and disruption and a lot of the things we've seen in the last couple of years. They're very diverse. If you've seen one supply chain, that's all you've seen is one supply chain. There's no two alike. And it all starts with information exchanges. Nothing happens till suppliers and receivers and customers and carriers start talking. Ultimately, it comes down to a financial transaction. Then finally comes down to the dirty part where you got to move stuff, okay? On the left are the people who produce things, they make things, they supply things, and I listed quite a few there that apply. Manufacturing, different industries, whether it's mining, agriculture, or so on. In the middle, you got the people that move the stuff. They move it from point A to point B, all the different carriers that are involved. So there's kind of three different main categories, and very few people play in all three. As a matter of fact, nobody plays in all three lanes. It's kind of, you're an expert in your own area. It's all about getting the right product to the right place at the right time to the right customer for the right price. Supply chains are very dynamic. They're very fast-paced and they're very high-tech. And that's what the universities are selling people to come into supply chain management, because it is very revolutionary. And so disruptions occur. Some of the problems at Port of Charleston, the Port of Savannah, and out in Los Angeles and Long Beach. And the pandemic was one of the catalysts for a lot of that. Buyers and suppliers really are struggling to try to figure out what to still supply. They're struggling bad with that. On many of the seaports, there were labor disputes going on. That was a slowdown in offloading ships and things like that. You had a huge nationwide rail strike. There's other things going on. If you haven't checked the news lately, in the bottom, there's a war out on the other side of the world. A year and a half ago, there was a huge cargo ship stuck in the Suez Canal. That stopped all shipping. There were well over 1,000 ships backed up. Probably supply chain is a misnomer. It's not really a chain. Yeah, there's a sequential movement of goods and information, but it's really a web. It's a very intricate web. So there's a lot of risk and vulnerabilities. So, cybersecurity is big. What happened, a year and a half ago with the Colonial Pipeline? They got hacked, right? That stopped all fuel for a while. With the recession, we had people chasing product that was not out there. So prices went up. That's why nobody had automobiles. That's why quite a few stores I've been in have empty shelves, and some of them still do. In various places, they have empty shelves in places. The supply just wasn't there. And that's kind of what caused the inflation. So prices rose. If you don't have the goods and services out there, then the quality of life is dramatically reduced. So it's businesses the governments have to spend more time talking to businesses in industries. You've got to look at the data and develop the programs and the policies that really enhance the supply chains so that the private sector can actually conduct business. That's really what it's about. You've got to have a partnership. Maybe we can get back to some sort of a normal way of doing things, but you always got to keep your eye out for the next thing coming down the road. Sometimes it's pretty unexpected.